Hey everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well and having a great day. So even after all the talk from bankers and high-end analysts and all these other people who keep saying that we have to continue investing in the stock market, even though it's going to crash any day now, it appears that Goldman Sachs, one of the largest financial institutions in the United States, is apparently playing with the idea of allowing their investors to be able to buy and trade Bitcoin directly either from them or through their website, what have you. There are already other high-end investment platforms from other countries that already allow this in some similar way, I would say, but the name Goldman Sachs is very big if you are not in America. If you do not know that, it is huge. So in this way, it would kind of add a bit of, I want to say, validity to the picture, as other people tend to follow what major institutions do. Even after the 2008 crash, there were a lot of people who still flew back or followed their banks that even lost them money because they have this large name and they assume that in some way that they may get their money back or whatever the case might be. So there's a spokesperson for the company who said that they've been receiving constant inquiries about being able to buy and deal and sell and trade Bitcoin. So obviously this has raised Goldman's interest in being able to do so because they can also profit from the sales as well. Every single day we're getting closer and closer to regulation, but in the end, in order to receive the high prices that we think that, I want to say we deserve, but the prices that we think that these things will get into, we do need some type of legitimacy in order to get into the mix. And all these banks and stuff like that who keep saying that they're not going to, that they hate Bitcoin, that they hate so and so. So we see them also buying it. We see them also getting into it. So they also want to make money from this. And I'm sure that they've been receiving tons of comments from their clients as well, who also want to dip their foot into the digital pool, as it were. So we have some more news out of Japan, which is one of the largest countries to completely embrace all that crypto has to offer, which is great. There's a company there called SBI Holdings. They're a massive financial institution in the country. They're apparently also on their way to creating their own digital currency. At the moment, it appears that this is just for payments. And this news comes from the Nikkei. So at the moment, we know that it'll be able to be traded back and forth between this digital currency, which still has no name, and the Japanese yen. But we don't know if it'll be able to be traded within, how do I say this, like two other currencies as well, but I'm sure that's going to eventually happen. They're not that dumb to only have it in their country's currency. As of now, like I said, this will just be for payments, peer-to-peer or otherwise. So you and your friends, you and a store, however they plan on being using it. They say that it'll help to lower cost for transactions because it is very expensive in many countries to use credit cards. A lot of people do not know that. They assume that when a store has it, they're doing it for convenience, which they are, because a lot of people plan on paying by cards, but they very, very high fees, and obviously cryptocurrencies go completely around that. So it is reported at the moment that SBI's coin will be equally pegged to the price of the Japanese yen, and the coin will begin to be tested and finalized amongst its employees, who will be testing out to see if the payments actually work within the next couple of months. So last up, there are especially as we get closer to the end of the year, there are a large number of analysts who believe that Bitcoin, we've heard all these really crazy prices, what it will be by the end of the year, but there are a lot more who are, I want to say, more realistic at this point. They think that by the end of the year that the price of Bitcoin will be $6,000, depending all on how well the next fork goes and completes, and if everything is pretty okay, and if there's not a messy ending, similar to the panic that we had when Bitcoin Cash was born, because everyone completely panicked. There was a huge sell-off because everyone thought that they would then have to buy this new coin, not that they would get it for free. And this is when we saw the price starting to go back up because people realized that they needed Bitcoin in order to get the Bitcoin Cash. So besides people buying up tons of Bitcoin in order to get free Bitcoin Gold, it's pretty clear at this point that that the bottom for the Bitcoin price is around $4,000. Even after dipping below it, there were like a couple of days when the whole China thing happened. We saw that a day or two later, it was completely back up to where it had been before, and I think it's floating at 4,400 right now. there are a lot of people, when you read around online, like especially the last 2 days, there are a lot of people who think that the prices of cryptocurrencies in general, especially Bitcoin, are about to spike any day now, simply because of the constant sideways trending. When this happens normally and there's not a huge amount of dips, we can tend to see that the prices may go up. Like, it is really just reliant on news. Like I said before, guys, we've had some really good news days and the prices continues to go up. But the moment that we have any type of bad news, people completely react to it and they just panic sell for whatever reason. But people think that $6,000 could be here by December. There's somebody named Thomas Glucksmann, Glucksmann, I believe it's with 2 N's. He's the head of the APAC business development at Gatecoin. He recently told CNBC during an interview, and I quote, "Throughout the year, we've been predicting the Bitcoin price will surpass $5,000 and creep closer to $6,000 by year's end. That prediction is looking more to be in line with the market sentiments these days." And to be honest, I actually believe him for lack of a better way of saying it. It's just all about as we draw closer to this next fork. I think we have, well, the month is going fast already. We only have like 27 days left until we actually get to it. As long as tons of people don't panic, as long as we don't have any like really crazy news, I think even it could definitely go higher than 6,000 as well. It's just all a matter of people panicking and whatever the case might be. But yeah, I think we are, like I said, we are in October. We finally freaking made it. There's supposed to be a whole bunch of stuff that's happening in this month, and let's all hope that it goes as planned. Alrighty, guys, that's going to do it for this video. As always, I hope you guys have a great day, morning, evening, afternoon, Sunday, Monday, wherever you might be. And I will talk to you all soon. See you. Hey, everyone. Thank you very much again for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys would like to help me and the channel, there are ways to do so in the description below. Thank you very much and talk to you guys soon.